Some devils. J-Dog back, make another goddamn fucking video out here in North Carolina. God damn it. In this fucking hotel room. Just get shooting a quick thing right before I head the fuck on out. Heading back to the goddamn Ohio. God damn it. So yeah, last night was the North Carolina Chainsaw Fest, put on by John McAtee of Incantation. It was pretty successful. I thought it was really good. Seemed like it was a really good turnout. Um, got to meet a lot of guys, a lot of devils come up to me, say hi, which is always the way I like it. God damn it! It's cool meeting you guys in fucking person, and not to mention it's kind of gives a gauge of who the hell's fucking watching this. Put the names with the fucking faces right. So that was fun, and then obviously by the time you see this, the big hit of the fucking of the weekend was posted it for tomorrow morning, Monday. Today's Sunday, the day after the fest. Heading back up to all day today. Got a 7-hour drive, but it's already scheduled. It's for tomorrow morning, Monday, 6 a.m. The Corpse Grinder interview. So you've seen that by now. By the time you're fucking watching this, goddammit, and that was definitely the highlight of the fucking highlight of the goddamn year. That was a lot of fun, and then even afterwards, man, it was super fucking cool. I talked to George probably close to fucking 2 hours after that, and he was it's funny. He was talking about definitely had a few cold ones put back in him. So he was he was going deep on stuff that you could tell he didn't want on fucking camera. You know what I mean? Which I understandable. It's kind of like just like us, like me, Eric, and Chase. There's shit I talk about with them, or say I'm talking about with Dawn of the Dead or Athna or shit like that. There's behind the scenes business shit. I'm not going to talk about on camera. And they go, "What do you mean, Jay? I'm talking about it's what you talking about. It's fucking there's certain business shit you don't talk about. When you're talking about bands or there's certain stuff, there's some things you just can't say on camera. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's a business too. And so he was definitely saying some inside scoop and cannibal shit and touring with bands, and he was going deep. He was fucking. He's definitely very long winded, more long winded than I am. So he just keeps going and going and going. So that was a lot of fun. So he was just hanging out talking with him. Yeah, wasn't like zero rock star shit. Like what so fucking ever. Like you're just talking to you're talking to your next door neighbor buddy or something. You know what I mean? So that was a ton of fucking fun. Before I did the interview, showed him my goddamn first photo. Talked about the Disney World story. The funny thing is, when I brought up the Disney World story, he immediately remembered and he started busting out laughing. He's like, "Holy shit!" He's like, "I gotta get a picture with you guys." And he's like, "I gotta send this to my wife." So he clearly remembered. And then obviously, as you saw the interview, I told him to bring that up on the channel because even when I did the interview with Francisco on Jamming Out All Badass, I think it was the first interview I did with Francisco. I even brought that up. What's the Disney World story? And then people have asked me that. So there you the fuck have it. You have it even from George on the goddamn camera. So, because yeah, he told me that story. He brought up the Disney World thing to me and my brothers when we first met him in 2001. So 22 fucking years later. I wasn't shocked that he remembered because he always remembered us in the early 2000s. It's just, I think the last time I officially spoken to George, I think it was 2005. But I always still gone to see Cannibal, like when all the other albums were coming out, Kill, Evisceration, Plague. My favorite set list. I think I said it on camera too. Pretty sure I was on camera. Some of the shit's blurring of what was on the interview and what wasn't on the interview was the Torture Tour. As I liked that set list the best, I thought that was the most diverse and changed up set list, busting out songs that they haven't. But like at those, I didn't get to talk to them or meet them. I saw George and Alex walk by us. We actually got the vend at that fucking show for free. It was offered to us. It was at Peabody's, and the guy that was running it was this guy named Larry. He was always a fucking cool guy. He ran up for Agora and Peabody's before it closed down. That was Cannibal was on their Torture Tour, and they played with Napalm Death and Immolation, and we get invited to vend. I'm like fuck yeah. So goddamn. But so George and Alex, I kind of like walked past us and saying hi to fans and shaking. I wanted to go up and say something to them then, and that show was 2013. Yeah, that was 2013. And then I've seen them several times, but they weren't around, they weren't out. So I haven't, got to talk to him since. So I thought he might remember, but I wasn't 100% positive. And again, like I said, I showed him my fucking photo from 2001 and stuff, and told him the story. So he didn't recognize me. I mean, I think I showed the photo on this channel before, showing band meet and greets. I mean, I look completely different. I would have recognized myself. So yeah, so that was a ton of fun. And then I had him sign my Cannibal Corpse vial 12-inch picture disc. So that's going on the goddamn wall. God damn it. The Corpse Grinder signature, because all my CDs up to Bloodthirst are all signed. Don't know if I brought any vinyls. I think maybe Tomb of the Mutilated signed, but not by George, obviously. But all my CDs are for sure, and a couple LPs, I think. My Monstrosity Imperial Doom CD signed by him, because I brought that back when I first met him. But yeah, not too many vinyls. So I brought specifically a Cannibal Corpse Vile. It's my favorite album, first album he sings on, first death metal album I heard, and it's and Monstrosity or Imperial Doom 12-inch picture disc. I brought that and had him sign that too. So those are two things I brought to him to sign. Did that and told the Disney World story. Gave him a goddamn gift bag. You know, I mean, some Hell's shirts and Hell's comp. Whether he wears it or listens to it, we'll see. Maybe, maybe not. But nonetheless, he fucking has it, right? And so yeah, that was a fucking great time. That was the goddamn highlights. I wanted to get more interviews. I tried. Well, take it back. I mean, I'm just gonna try. I'm gonna try even harder at Cleveland. Kind of got a gauge of what's going on then, of how he operates. So Becerra, I didn't get an interview with Jeff last night. Now, but well, you didn't really try, J Dog. Well, I didn't. I didn't. So I was talking to fucking drummer of Eat the Decay. It was cool meeting him too. Was it Charlie? I think his name was Charlie. Oh, fucking tons of people tell me their names kind of blur together. Really cool guy, and it was like he's like, oh, just go ask Jeff the fucking He's like, he's a really cool guy. He's like, he'll do it. And I go and I walk in the room like 10 minutes later. I'm talking to people and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna ask now. He's literally doing a meet and greet. He's sitting down. Him and some of the other horror characters and people that they're like famous people. I guess famous people. But I mean, kind of a scene I'm not familiar with. There's goddamn these stripper nuns walking around, which they look cool. I was like, I don't know who the fuck they are. They look like strippers to me. I mean, they're dressed up like these, I guess, kind of like demonic nuns. And they look cool, whatever. But there's people like that there doing photo sessions and signings and stuff. I was like, I didn't know, but Jeff was one of them, right? He had a line and he's sitting at a table. I'm like, this is a scheduled thing. I'm not asking him now to do it. Obviously, the answer is going to be no, and it's definitely going to be yeah later, bro. And I would agree. It is going to be later on this one. When I ask, it's kind of like, yeah, kind of now. I mean, when the fuck else? I didn't, you know what I mean? I came up to you at the most convenient moment. I thought I wasn't going to do it like right when you're going to play. But here's the thing. So I'm kind of waiting. I'm at my stand, kind of keeping an eye on things. Literally, probably 10 minutes after the thing was over, I see there's about 100 feet from me, there's this big van. And they wheel Jeff off, and I'm going, oh, Jeff's out. I'm going to go fucking ask him. They take him out of his wheelchair, they put him in the front seat, and they drive off the van. I didn't see him all night, literally the rest of the night till I went on stage. I'm like, well, what the fuck? He's not even here. George was just literally hanging out, like literally just hanging out. Um, Now, Eric was there vending Friday for Hell's. I drove down Friday night, so that's because I had to get work done in Hell's too, and it was a 7-hour drive, so I couldn't leave Thursday, miss Friday as well. He said they were all just kind of hanging out on Friday, because theoretically, because they didn't have to fucking play. You know, he's like, George was just walking around, but he was Saturday as well. He's like, Jeff was, and stuff like that. It's like, so people are like, oh, you could have got Jeff on Friday. Well, I wasn't there Friday. And I got into North Carolina here at my fucking hotel at like 10, 11 o'clock, and then I literally just fucking went to bed. 7 hours, I was fucking tired. I want to make sure I was goddamn fresh to Daisy for the fucking Saturday show, right? But so I didn't really try hard on fucking the Saturday Possessed because I mean for Jeff, but because I fucking couldn't. I think it's next Sunday, so by the time this video comes out, shit, this video might be up after the following Sunday. Today's the May 7th. I think it's I think it's the 14th. It's either the 14th or the 21st. But it's Possessed and Nunslaughter in Cleveland. I have tickets I'm definitely going to go to. I'm going to try. I'll try my fucking damnedest to get him. I'm going to ask around, but it's not that he's not a cool guy and people say, oh yeah, he'll do it. But I don't know. It's the opportunity's kind of not there. He's just, but I'll see. I'll ask, and I'll definitely ask Don to go and ask him. And what I'm going to try to do, I already told Lindsay, kind of like to show evidence too. Like, well, you didn't even trying to get him. I'm going to maybe kind of like, maybe not the second I walk in the door at the grog shop, walk in and maybe kind of do like a few minute video, 3-minute video, 5-minute video, sup devils, and walking around with my microphone while she's holding the phone, film me while walking around. Go up and ask Big D, hey, can you go ask him? Where's he at? Tell him here at least. Like, put the word in. If it's no, which I expect it to be, I didn't know. Then at least we know. Hey, I asked, and maybe I'll even go up to the merch guy if it looks like somebody even completely non-juggalo. That maybe have who just I'm just paid. It's not some dumb fuck like that. And be like, hey, yeah, is Sarah around? You know, fucking from here from Hell's Headbangers asked could do an interview, which he can't remember, but I did ask. I mean, the Big D texted him for me. Got wiggled out the ass answer, but nonetheless, he was kind of notified, so it's not like I'm making it up. Um, Asked him, yeah, where's he at, man? Just scheduled for an interview. And, you know, kind of exaggerate a little bit. It's supposed to get an interview. So I might get all that on recording. I'll try, see how the fucking situation is, too. And as long as I'm not bombarded by a lot of people wanting to talk to me all night, because not that I don't like that, it's cool. But sometimes that happens when I record a video. Then it's kind of like, I don't know, kind of rude, and it almost says, I don't know, the person trying to talk me to a fuck off, and I don't want to give that a stance, you know. But so that's kind of the goal. That's kind of the plan for Jeff. This is the topic. Anyways, knocked out a few goddamn questions here out in goddamn Greensboro, North Carolina, which may or may not be the last time I'm here. We'll see. Fucking on the video, which is the next one in line, 3 weeks ago, another annoying deathcore poser claiming how metal he is, but never heard of Deicide. 153 comments. First one towards the top, not even scrolling all the way goddamn down. Well, fucking more damn red, goddamn it. Red's in the fucking house. Question for the homeboy. Yep, it's homeboys they come, goddamn it. Side words caps, fucking bling bling, fucking I walk out of here with the goddamn boombox on the shoulder. Are you a fan of the old label Wild Rag Records? Absolutely. In the early days, they released some important albums. Blasphemy, Epitago, Hellwitch, Emperor Demo, Nuclear Death, and Sadistic Intent, to name a few. Yeah, Gorephobia they put out too. I mean, they put out tons of fucking good shit. I mean, yeah, them and a lot. But the thing is, a lot of the labels back then, especially if it was an underground label, most of it was what is now looked as the goddamn classics. So it's kind of hard not to like anyone. Like, look how fucking, like, even Relapse, you know, a lot of people laugh at them nowadays. Granted, I will admit, in the last 5 years or so, they cleaned up their act. It was like, what, and probably around, what, 2008 ish, even a little bit before that, 2012 era, 2015. Well, yeah, no, probably, let's say 2005 to, let's say, 2012, let's say, in that area, when it was just like, other than like Toxic Holocaust and Exhumed, it's like, what do they even have? It was like complete fucking, they had some serious goddamn, dude, you're clearly just looking for a goddamn paycheck. Who's going to be the next goddamn ghost, you know, fucking, who hits it out of the fucking park, fucking sales wise? This is obvious. So you guys are just putting out any old goddamn junk. But it seems like they cleaned up their acts a little bit, and they got, you know, some, you know, decent stuff on there now. But even then, back in the day, they were fucking great. You know, it was most of the shit they did was good. So yeah, Wild Rags included. Yeah, absolutely, they're good. I've always am curious why they shut down. I've heard a lot of rumors. Heard the guy ripped people off. I've heard tons of shit. You know, Seraphic Decay, all that stuff. So when you hear the old stories, I have no idea what's true, what's not. I never met those guys, at least not to my knowledge. Um, but yeah, you've heard things in the grapevine. No idea what's true because, and I don't even like to confirm. Say ain't this like any of the guys that they ripped somebody off or this or that. Just like some of the Relapse rumors of Matt Jacobson and shit like that. I've heard them. Are they true? When I'm on the other end, you know, with Hell's Headbangers, there's rumors that fly out around our company that are completely fucking false. Like you see shit like what? Like where is this even coming from? Are people saying shit and you're just like, dude, either you're just completely fucking stupid, you're looking for attention, or you're just a straight up you have mental problems liar. Because I mean these are just this is just completely fabricated. It's not even like we'll see something sometimes like rumors like you're like it's kind of true, where it's like maybe it's not something we put out but we've had it like so you're like it's borderline, but then there's other shit you're like dude I have no idea what the fuck you're like where is this even coming from, like this is just completely dumb shit, has like completely false. So I understand with some of these guys the Metal Blades and all them the Relapses, if you hear stuff about them, is it true? I have no fucking idea, so I don't assume that it is because the thing is it probably isn't, because I would say out of all the years of Hell's Headbangers, I'm trying to think when rumors first started, when you first hear anything. I mean, obviously, rumors don't get made up about nobodies, right? So I guess we're doing something right, you know. If you want to talk to you, talk about you, make shit up or whatever. It's probably about, let's say, 10 years after starting the company. Maybe it's a little bit sooner than that. So whether it been the first time you heard, I think the first time rumors came out was on the NWN forum, probably there, or one of the other forums. So let's say around 2010, 2010. That's probably when they, or at least that's when I first heard. Oh, was it Hell's Rumor? Everyone's talking about us. Like, what the fuck? Um, yeah, probably at that time because I mean, I was already making a living off Hell's Headbangers, but I never thought it was, I was like still super underground. Like, oh, who the fuck's talking about this? Either you order from us, or you don't. Like, who the hell? What's there to talk about? That was kind of always my stance. Now I'm kind of used to it when you hear shit. And you just laugh. You're like, okay. And but I would say 95% of them all been completely false. Maybe 1% true. 4% where you're like, this has some truth to it, but it's not true. I mean, it's I kind of, you know what I mean, kind of see where it's coming from. I would say that. So I assume the same with all these other labels and bands, etc. When you hear shit, that's why I don't assume when I hear stuff. That's kind of why I don't watch gossip videos and stuff like that when it comes out because there's no point. I was like, is this even true? Just because this person, I mean, who knows? I was like, this could be just completely made up bullshit. So when you've been in there yourself, you're not excited to hear drama videos and stuff. You know, whether it's been about Hollywood type stuff that everybody likes to click on drama shit. I'm like, I guess it's kind of cool and interesting if it's 100% fact. Goddamn question mark devils. More damn the only goddamn person asking shit. Fist some ham asking about Hemdale Exhumed vinyl reissue. So it's definitely the plans. Actually, if you see this, Ross Sewage, waiting on photos from him. What's going on with those photos, Ross? Last I heard, I was on I will CC'd on email, CC'd on an email with uh, Harvey, Eric, maybe Chase was on there too, but myself and Ross said he was going to some photo developer and getting some stuff done. He said probably this weekend. This is probably about 6 weeks ago. And he said, ah, shit, there's something went wrong. It's a little more difficult than I thought. He said, hopefully next weekend. And I haven't heard anything since then. So did you get that done, Ross, or what's going on? These are materials that we're going to use for it. Because again, you guys understand, nobody has materials other than like Ross has some stuff from that era. I have just my personal copy CD that I've owned for years. It's all scanned in, but it's slim pickings. If you actually own that CD, look at it and look at it like, imagine scanning that in, everything that's on there, and trying to make an LP out of it. You're looking at it, oh shit, this is not the greatest to work with. So it's not as easy as it sounds. So we need some materials. And Ross supposedly has some stuff. I think he said he found them. He's just something about maybe they're on the rolls, the film roll. I don't remember exactly. They might have been that. I don't think it was as simple as he had hard copy photos. Because like literally, that's just go get a scanner. So it couldn't have been that. Right now, it's on Ross. So if you know Ross, Ross watches his channel. I did an interview with him, so he knows about it. But I highly doubt he's sitting there watching my ass 6 a.m. every goddamn day. Uh, maybe, but I'd be very shocked if he was. On this goddamn video. Where we at, Ross? Octavian, question marks, J-Dog, what do you think about the hardcore crossover thrash era of Corrosion Conformity? I like the first album, but the band posered it up big time. I honestly, like, as a whole, I'll just be completely honest. Corrosion Conformity, I could pretty much care less about. First album did nothing for me. I bought it, listened to it. I mean, it was just literally like background, like one ear out the other. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was literally just it just didn't capture my attention whatsoever. And I tried multiple times. I listened to I think in totality four. I just concluded this does nothing for me. Got rid of it. Animosity I think is their best goddamn album. Even that I don't think it's great. I think the best song they have is Holier, but Nunslaughter covered it. Quite frankly, I like Nunslaughter's cover even better. So I'm like, that's all I need. Was the Nunslaughter Rabid 7-inch picture disc, and Nunslaughter side covered Holier. I thought that was fan-fucking-tastic, God damn it. And after that, dude, yeah, I mean, like all that later shit, like, dude, I, I'm not gonna sit there and knock it because I don't know to listen to. I just don't really like that kind of music, to be honest with you. Isn't it kind of just like hardcore but mainstream, but kind of metal in there, a little bit of just not my thing. I mean, I just don't like that music in general for the most part of any bands. So say this guy like this, so fucking that he comments all the time, but he's got the worst user ID in history because I'm not sure what it's supposed to mean. I guess the fuck shape. because the fuck is there's an X for the U is, and the shape is there's an X where the A would be. I guess I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. Um, but he said, yeah, practice makes worse. Ha ha ha! Funniest thing I ever heard. The thing is, think about it. Most bands do get worse, don't they? Hell, even the bands that I like, where I'm like, yeah, I like them still. I like every album. Um, like again, I like every Deicide album, but do I like the last one? I did like quite a bit, Overtures of Blasphemy. But again, do I like as much the first four? No. Cannibal, love every Cannibal album, but do I like Violence Unimagined? Imagined? Even let's just say because let's not even use Barnes era. Let's just use Corpse Grinder. Do I like it as much as Vile or Gallery of Suicide or Bloodthirst? No. Um, so which is funny because when you practice, because you're doing it for a longer time. It's but how many bands get better? There are some. There's exceptions. Now they're probably more talented. For example, another band like I think all their stuff is decent or kind of lost track. You know what I mean? Is Dying Fetus. There's nothing I dislike. I listen. I'm like, yeah, it sounds like Fetus. I always love John Gallagher's voice. I think he's got fucking one of the best death throats in the goddamn business. Um, but after Stop at Nothing, that's the last one I know. Destroy the Opposition Down is what I love the best by a mile fucking stone. Um, but Stop at Nothing I thought was very good, and I do know it. Schematics, One Shot, One Kill on there. Good shit. After that, what's the next one? Is it War of Attrition? I I don't know if I own every single album. I own War of Attrition, not like every version of everything. You know what I mean? I think I either own either a CD or ALP. I think maybe mostly CDs of anything after Stop at Nothing. But War of Attrition, Descend into Depravity. I know I own those. What's the other one in there? There's another one in there. Wrong One to Fuck With. I think I do have a CD of that. I think I'm forgetting. I think there's another one in there I'm forgetting. I have them. I'm like they're good. I enjoy them. What is it that? What is that one song? I think it's on Descend into Depravity or from Womb to Waste. I thought that was a good song. That one kind of stood out. I thought that was good. Um, but so they're probably by practice, like John Gallagher and guys, they're probably better musicians, but were they better songwriters? And did I enjoy it more? No. Again, do I like them? So yeah. But I mean, if I'm putting on War of Attrition next to Destroy the Opposition, destroys war. So I mean, it's like to me, it's no contest. I grant there's bias, and you heard it first. I get that, and it's just a matter of opinion. What's better? So maybe the practice does make better. Maybe they are better, and it's just fucking Dumbo fucking J Dog. That's a possibility too. But for me, it's just like, but for most people, that's what most metal fans like. If they like them, or the band went completely terrible, like most bands do. Metallica, right? Practice better, better, better. You practice, but it's like you started off great, but now you suck. So it's like, yeah, since when did practice make goddamn worse, right? But in the goddamn music business, it seems to be the goddamn case. Come switch insurance, you know what the fuck to do. Put in the comments box and answer in the morning. I'm out of here, goddamn it. Back to Ohio later.